Most people at work are replaceable tomorrow. 5 quiet moves make sure you never will be. Last Tuesday, a friend of mine got laid off. 15 people in his department gone in a single morning. But his colleague Sarah, who had the same title and the same salary, wasn't even on the list. Nobody questioned it. Everyone knew Sarah was untouchable, not because she worked the longest hours or had the fanciest degree. She had made herself impossible to replace. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how she did it, and how you can do the same thing starting this week. Every organization has ugly problems that sit in corners collecting dust. The broken reporting process that wastes 3 hours every Friday afternoon. The client relationship that's one bad email away from falling apart completely. The legacy system that nobody understands but everyone depends on. Most people walk past these problems because fixing them is messy, thankless, and risky. Irreplaceable people run straight toward them. Sarah volunteered to overhaul her company's onboarding process, something that had been broken for 2 years. It took her 3 months of unglamorous, behind-the-scenes work. But when she was done, new hire ramp-up time dropped by 40%. That single project made her name come up in every leadership meeting for the rest of the year. Find the problem everyone complains about but nobody owns. That's your biggest opportunity hiding in plain sight. Most people stay in their lane at work. They know their department, their tools, their small slice of the business. Irreplaceable people connect dots across the entire organization instead. They understand how marketing's campaign decisions ripple into engineering's quarterly roadmap. They know exactly why finance keeps pushing back on that budget request. McKinsey research found that employees who build strong cross-functional networks get promoted 42% faster than those who stay siloed. This isn't about being a social butterfly or showing up at every company happy hour. It's about genuinely understanding how different parts of the business fit together. Start sitting in on meetings outside your department even just once a month. Ask real questions and learn their biggest pain points. When you can translate between teams, when you're the person who sees the full picture, you become the connective tissue holding projects together. And connective tissue is incredibly hard to remove without everything falling apart. This next one sounds obvious, but almost nobody actually does it well. Making your boss's job easier doesn't mean being a yes person or staying late just to look busy. It means anticipating what they need before they even think to ask for it. Send the status update before the check-in meeting happens. Flag the risk before it snowballs into a full-blown crisis. Walk in with 2 possible solutions, not just a problem dropped on their desk. One director I worked with called this managing up without being managed. Her top performer sent a short Friday afternoon email every single week, 3 bullets covering what shipped, what's blocked, and what's planned for Monday morning. Writing it took 5 minutes. But it saved the director from chasing updates across Slack threads and gave her ready-made talking points for her own leadership meetings. That kind of quiet reliability compounds over months and years. When budget cuts come around, your boss will fight hard to keep the person who makes their life measurably easier. Every company runs on invisible knowledge that lives in people's heads, not in any wiki. Why that API endpoint behaves the way it does. What actually happened during the 2019 data migration that nobody documented properly? Which vendor contact gets things done quickly versus the name sitting on the official contract? When you become the keeper of critical institutional knowledge, you become genuinely dangerous to lose. But here's the part most people miss: don't hoard that knowledge. Document it, share it freely, teach it to your teammates. This might sound counterintuitive at first. Won't giving away your knowledge make you easier to replace? The opposite happens. The person who organizes and distributes knowledge becomes even more central to the team. You shift from being a fragile single point of failure to being the knowledge architect everyone depends on. Companies don't let go of the person who built the system that keeps everyone else productive. The most dangerous place in your entire career is the comfort zone. When you've mastered your current role and every task feels routine, that's precisely when you're most replaceable. Because someone younger, cheaper, or hungrier can eventually learn to do a comfortable, well-defined job. Irreplaceable people keep stretching into unfamiliar territory. They volunteer for the project that scares them a little bit. They learn the new tool months before the company mandates training on it. They ask for the assignment in the unfamiliar market or the emerging product line nobody else wants. Amazon built an entire leadership principle around this day one thinking, operating with the urgency and curiosity of your very first day, every single day. When your skills keep evolving, your value isn't chained to one static job description. It's rooted in your ability to adapt to whatever comes next. And adaptability is the one skill that never goes obsolete, no matter what industry you're in. So here's your one action step for today, and it's simple. Open your calendar right now and block 30 minutes sometime this week. Use that half hour to identify the one ugly, avoided problem in your organization that you could realistically start solving. Write down 3 small, concrete steps to begin tackling it. You don't need to reinvent your entire career this afternoon. You just need one brave move in the right direction to start building momentum. Irreplaceable people aren't born with some special gene, they're built, one intentional choice at a time. Start building today. If this helped you think differently about your career, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this right now. That's a wrap, thanks for watching. If this gave you one idea you can use today, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next one.